shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. What's going on? God-fearing, God-toting patriots. I want the whole valley to hear us do this chant. Shall not be infringed. I want y'all to repeat after me. Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. Let me tell you something. I love the Second Amendment. God gave it to me. Not one politician, not one government legislation can take it from me. Period. And I want to make this clear as well. If you want to come and get my rifle, good luck. Come to my house and you're going to have a big problem. Now look, the politicians, and we need to be very clear about this, the politicians who are pushing this are the Democrats. This is gun confiscation. That's all it is. Gun confiscation. I have my AR, I have all the guns in my house to protect my children, to protect my family from the very thing that we're facing. The SB 1625 is a joke.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there because I just love these Second Amendment advocates. They get so impassioned about this cause. But the problem with that is they don't know one damn thing about the Second Amendment. You know, they put out all this rhetoric about their guns. Well, do they realize that when the Second Amendment was formed, was written, they were using muskets. They were using one-shot guns where it took you 2 or 3 minutes to reload after every shot. Do they realize that? So if you want to keep your gun, if you're so invested into the Second Amendment, how about going back to muskets? Let us give you a musket. Because I don't think it's nowhere in this Second Amendment where it says, as well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, where do that says any type of weapon you can have? Where? Where did that say that at? Where? Now, let's talk about some more things here. Now, there is different reasons why people said the Second Amendment was created. This is one of the reasons right here. The Second Amendment was created so that the states could form militias and armies to destroy insurgencies or freedom rebellions because the federal government had no standing military for a long time. Now, it says militia. It says armies. Let's keep going. This is another reason. The amendment primary justification was to prevent the United States from needing a standing army, preventing the United States from starting a professional army. In fact, the single most important goal of the Second Amendment. This right here saying it was written to not have a professional army. So basically, the people was going to be the army to protect the country. Now, another reason. Let's see. Amendment says, having just used guns and other army arms to ward off the English, the amendment was originally created to give citizens the opportunity to fight back against tyranny, federal government. So basically, another thing saying it was there to provide an army to fight off tyranny from the federal government. Saying that the federal government could not be out of control, could not just come in and do what they want to do. They could not do what the English was trying to do. That's why. Now, infringe. Actively break the term of a law, agreement, etc. Now, if I take your weapon if I tell you we're not gonna make AR-14s anymore, but you still got access to a Glock 9mm gun, is that infringing on your right to bear arms? No. It is giving you less of a choice. That's all. You still have the right to bear arms. There is nowhere in the Second Amendment where it says you have the right to a certain type of gun. And that's what these so-called Second Amendment advocates are leaving out. They're also leaving out the fact that the Second Amendment was pretty much basically giving you the right to bear arms so you can be part of the military, so you can ward off people like the English, so you can keep the government from overstepping their boundaries, since we didn't have a military. Now, in today's society, do we have a professional military? Yes or no? Yes, we do. So is the Second Amendment kind of outdated? Yes, it is. But no one says that. Because it's not about 2020. It was about 1791 when this was ratified. That's what it was about. We live in a whole different world now. A different world. We can't go by what they were thinking in 1791 when they wrote the Constitution. I'm sorry, when they ratified the Second Amendment. We must go by what's going on today in 2020. We have a professional army now. We have security checkpoints where the government will not overstep its bounds. So the Second Amendment is outdated. It's outdated. It's really outdated. Think about that.